Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to be finishing up my single eyeshadows. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I do predominantly beauty videos, declutters like these, shop my stash, hauls, project pans. I do as much as I can. And if you caught my last decluttering video, I apologize. I was so stinking annoyed with myself by the end of that video because I really thought that I would have done so much better on those singly packaged eyeshadows. I never remembered to use them, so I thought it would be really easy, and it turned out to be, like everything else, so much harder than I had anticipated. So because it was already so long, I did decide to break it up into two videos. So that was, in my last video, all of my pressed eyeshadows as well as the loose eyeshadows in single format. These are going to be all of my creams as well as my single eyeshadows that are in magnetic palettes. So let's go ahead and take a look at those first because those are not going to be going anywhere. This is just a little mini magnetic palette that I got from BoxyCharm a number of years ago. This has a hodgepodge of stuff in it. I don't even know where some of this came from. So the reason for that is when in Ipsy and such, I get these little individually packaged ones, like the one that I just got from the Balm. I will just rip the packaging up, pull it out, and put it into a magnetic palette. But when they come that way, they don't have stickers on the back, so I have no idea what most of these are. I'm pretty sure that these two here in the corners, that these are Urban Decay, because this one's Lounge, which I have in a full size as well. These two middle ones, I have no idea. These two, I have no idea. And I'm pretty sure that both of these are highlighters. All of them are going to stay. I also have two full-size magnetic palettes from ColourPop. This is actually my newest one. This I just purchased in February when they did the Build Your Own palette for $44. So these are all brand new and absolutely stick it around because I feel like the ColourPop pressed eyeshadow formula is some of the, honest to God's, best eyeshadow formula on the market. I just love it. So I have all of these. I also have in this magnetic palette everything with the exception of these four down here in the corner. All of these are ColourPop pressed shadows as well. These over here are Makeup Geek, but they're similar in size and shape and everything, so I keep them in here as well, and they pair very nicely together. So all of these are staying as well. Now on to my actual cream formatted products. I'm surprised by how many I have because generally I don't gravitate towards cream products. So when I actually sat down and looked at it, I was actually pretty surprised. So let's start with this bin first. Move everybody else out of the way. All right, so in here we have a lot of different things. So technically, if you're looking at these right here, technically these are not eyeshadows. These are actually the Heavy Metals glitter liners by Urban Decay. They're just in similar packaging and I use them in similar ways, so that's why they're over here. I got this in a 3-pack around the holidays. They are very new to my collection and I really very much enjoy using them, so I'm definitely holding on to these. These are both Supernova shadows from ColourPop. I got these in the Kathleen Lights Zodiac collection. I just bought the whole thing because there was enough in there that I wanted. I haven't really used these a ton, so I am going to hold on to them because I don't really have an opinion on them yet. I'm also going to hold on to this one by Cover FX. This is in the shade Amethyst. It's very pretty. I haven't used it a bunch, but it is really, really lovely. Let me see. Let's give you a bit of a swatch here. It is just a really nice all over shade and it works so well. If you haven't had a chance to pick some of these up, I got this one in BoxyCharm, but I do recommend it. It is a very nice formula. Now, as for these three right here, I bought these a few years ago and I almost never use them. These are the Color Tattoo by Maybelline. I don't know why I bought this one. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not going to wear this all over my lid. This is way too dark. In fact, I don't know if I have ever used it. I mean, the seal is broken, but it doesn't look like there's anything. Oh yeah, there's a little bit. Okay. So this I am going to be decluttering because I don't know what I was thinking. It's really pretty, absolutely. but I know myself and I'm not gonna wear something that dark all over my lid. My goth days are long behind me. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's just not where I'm personally at. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter that guy there. This bright silver one, yeah, I don't really see myself using that either. And this one is kind of a old gold sort of color, kind of greenish, shocking, right? That one I might hold on to, but it would go out in the next round of declutters if I never use it. But these two here, definitely going to go ahead and pass along to somebody who might actually get some use out of them. This is by NYX. This is a glitter liner. I think I bought this when I didn't want to shell out for the Urban Decay ones. It's okay, but why did I buy green? I don't know that I would really use this a ton, or that I have used it a ton. That's what it looks like. If you can even see it, it's so small. I don't think I'm going to use this guy. I'm going to go ahead and pass it along. I just don't see myself using it, and I don't know why I bought it, and that kind of annoys me. So these are my Stila liquid shadows. I actually really enjoy these a lot, so I am going to keep all of them. I bought this little set a couple of years ago around the holidays. It has Diamond Dust, Kitten, and Smoky Storm. So these are really fantastic high quality products. So I'm definitely going to hold on to them. Additionally, I have in the full size, I have Painted Lady and Kitten. Painted Lady is probably my favorite. Let me give you a quick swatch of that. It is so stinking cool. It is really pretty. I was wearing it in a video recently. It is really just very multi-dimensional. It is really nice. I like it a lot. And then in these kind of smaller containers, I have Into the Blue, Le Douce, and Carefree. Again, these are just really beautiful. I'm trying to find one that doesn't have a ton of writing on it so that you can actually see some of these shades. Really very pretty, and it's just, they're great to work with, especially if you are new to glitters and such. They have, on me at least, I have not experienced any fallout from them. They're very easy to blend out. I really do enjoy them a lot. Alright, so this I'm sure I got in like a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy or something. This is in the shade Submissive by Be a Bombshell. And it's just this really pretty kind of bronzy shade. I'll be honest, I don't really love the way this looks on my lids. It is a little bit patchy. I know that on the packaging it does say that it's an eye base, so perhaps I'll try using it as that, but I don't know. I'm not in love with it. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to it, and then in the next round of declutter I may decide to move away from it. This is by Tarte. This is in the shade Frosé. This is one of their chrome paints. These are really lovely. So if you have been around for a little while, I bought one of these when they first came out in the shade Fire Dancer, I want to say. And I was super disappointed with it. It came completely crushed. And I tried to squish it back together like you can with ColourPop. It did not work. It made a huge mess. I was so frustrated. I returned it and didn't think much of it until some more shades came out. But look at that. That is so very pretty, and it applies so much better than that broken one did. I feel really bad that I had such a hard time with that first one. I gave it such a negative review when it really is a very nice product. So I do also have 5 cream shadows from Ulta. I stinking love these. These are just, yeah, they're just labeled cream eyeshadow. I have the shade Granite. These are a little bit like the ColourPop, except they're not nearly as creamy. but they are really very nice. So that is kind of a deep gray color. We've got shimmering topaz. This one feels much creamier. That granite one might be drying out. Put that there. These are just so nice for an all over the lid, easy one and done sort of look. We've got opal. Ooh, that one feels super dry. I haven't used these in a while. It's this kind of iridescent purpley pink kind of color. I don't know. I'm worried that they're feeling very dried out, except for that shimmering topaz. We've got rose gold. That one feels pretty dry as well. It still looks pretty good. And then the one that kind of kicked it all off for me, that really got me interested in it, is called Metallic. It still feels pretty good as well. Let's see, let me get some clear skin. It's like this burnished brown. It's really, really pretty. So I think now that I've swatched all of these, I think I am going to go ahead and part with Granite. It felt pretty dried out. So I am going to part with it. It's this deeper gray color, which I'll be honest, just like that color tattoo, is not one that I'm going to put all over my lid. So I feel okay parting with that one, but I'll keep the rest. This drawer right here will actually be much easier. These are my jumbo eye crayons, which I don't know why I bought some of these. I don't ever use them. I guess I thought I could color them all over my lids and use them as an eye base, or I could use them as an eyeliner. I just don't do that. So this one here by e.l.f. This is, these have all been used by the way, so there's no salvaging. It's this beautiful kind of purple color. I am going to pass that along because I don't use it. By e.l.f. I also have this beautiful blue color. They both still feel quite creamy, but I know that I'm never going to use it. I have a couple of eyeliners that are similar in tone, and I just find it more convenient to use the eyeliner. This one here is still sweet. This one's in its packaging. This is by Wet n Wild. I don't know if I bought this or if it came in a subscription, but it's this really neat kind of pastel-y green color. I will leave it in its packaging and I will donate it. What else? I've got this one that's by Pixie by Petra in Bronze Brilliance. Again, it's really pretty, but it's deeper than what I would use all over my lid. And I'm not really, I think the biggest problem is that I'm not really comfortable using this format. I don't really know how to blend it out well. So I think that's the biggest deterrent here. And again, I think it's silly to keep something that I'm not going to use. Oh, I definitely had to have bought this, and it is still in its packaging. So this is by NYX. This is their Jumbo Eye Pencil in dark brown. I'm going to go ahead and donate that guy. What else do we have? This one is also by NYX and also still in its packaging. What is wrong with me? Wait, no, this one isn't. This one's clearly been used. Just kidding. That one I think I might hold on to. It is lighter, and I think this one is one that if I'm going to try it, it's going to be with this. This is in the shade Iced Mocha. Maybe that's why I bought the other one, is because I actually liked this one. This one I'll go ahead and hold on to. This definitely came in a subscription. This is by Trestique. It is been used. I can see it on the packaging. It is super creamy and really, really nice. It is this color up here. It's this sort of foresty olive green color. It's really, really pretty. I won't use it in this format, so I'm going to go ahead and see if somebody else in my life might be interested in it. This is by Tarte. This likely came in either a subscription or in a like multi-pack sort of thing. Surprisingly glittery. Okay, that's interesting. So that's what it looks like right there. This one I'll probably hold on to as well, since it is light enough that I could use it all over the lid and try to get more comfortable with this format. So I'll hold on to it. This one by Mally is new. It came in a subscription. It looks like this. I'm going to hold on to it, but I'm hesitant to swatch it in case I change my mind. So it is in the shade Burnished Bronze. So we're just going to hold off on it for a minute or two. I have this one by Rimmel. This one I've actually had for quite a while. I don't know why. I think I tried using it and just lost interest or something. But that's what the lid color, what's wrong with me? The crayon looks like. It is really very, very pretty. And then the other side, which I think is what I actually bought this for, is an eyeliner, which is funny because once that tip wears down, that's going to be interesting to use. But that's the color. So I am going to hold on to this one because I know this is many years old at this point, which, by the way, while we're on that topic, I know that this is many years old because I remember what job I was working at the time that I purchased this. I was still in the job that I was working as a recruiter. And that's been well over 5 years ago at this point. And these were still incredibly creamy when I just put them on. So these Magnificent Eyes by Rimmel, they seem pretty good. I'm actually super impressed by that. This is by Julep. This came in a kit. That is what the color looks like. Again, this is quite old, so I think I am going to go ahead and hold on to it for now unless I have a friend that expresses an interest in it. When things that are around your eye get older, I do hesitate in giving them away just because as long as I feel comfortable using it, I will, but I'm not going to make that decision for somebody else, I guess. So my apologies, my camera stopped recording and I had no idea. So luckily it was at least at the end of this particular drawer. So the only thing that you missed was that this eye crayon by Laura Mercier in the shade Copper, I am going to hold on to it, as well as these two minis here. This one is by Bobbi Brown. This is in the shade Sand Dune. This is just a matte kind of boring brown. And then this one is in the shade Rose Gold, also by Laura Mercier. These caviar sticks are really, really, really good. So I am definitely holding on to them. And again, I'm just trying to get more comfortable with that format. Now this drawer is going to be the hardest because these are my ColourPop shadows and I really enjoy these Super Shock shadows. So before we dive into these, let's take a look at the three in the back here. These are by Better London. These are their Glazing Eyeglosses. I have 3 of them and I'm going to hold on to all 3. I'll show them to you though. This is in the shade Mermaid. These are kind of jelly-like, but they're really, really neat. You have to be careful with them because they will dry out. So you want to make sure that this little stopper that's in the cap, that you keep it and you close them up super duper tight. So that is Mermaid right there. It's this shifty sort of iridescent green and silver and blue. It's very, very cool. This one is in the shade Oil Slick. This is one of those like purple, blue, brown kind of pigments like MAC has. So pretty. They go on, they dry down, they don't budge. They're really easy to work with. I will say though, they do take a little bit longer to dry down than drier formulas, I guess is the best way to say it. But once they dry, they're kind of like the Stila ones. So the Stila ones are a little bit more liquidy, and so they do take a little bit longer to dry down, but once they do, they don't budge. These are very, very similar. They have a faster dry down than the Stila ones because they're not quite as liquidy, but just be aware of that. You want to give yourself a few minutes for them to actually set down before you know, blink too much or something, but it means that they have more time to kind of play around with. And then this one right here, I didn't tell you the shade name. This is in the shade Moonshine. So they are all super duper pretty and I'm holding on to them. All right, so enough stalling. So let's just go from back to front. So this is in the shade Cheap Date. This is actually much newer to my collection and I am holding on to it. This is in the shade Seeker. This one I'm going to be passing along. So it still is in very good condition, but it's a darker matte. And I don't really love the darker mattes because I don't really know how to use them as well. I don't really do well with being able to like blend them out into the crease or on the outer third of the eye, which is what I typically would do with a shade like this. So I'm going to pass this along and see if there's somebody who might get a little bit more use out of it than I currently am. This is in the shade Stereo. This is, again, very dark. It's still in excellent condition. It's still got that nice bounce to it. It's so pretty. I don't know that I'm going to wear this all over my lid though. But it's got this beautiful sort of red glitter in it. And it's really, really pretty. I don't know. I think I'm going to hold on. Of course I am. I think I'm going to hold on to it for now. Try to use it some and then see what I think after that. So this is in the shade Patchwork. It is this beautiful blue with tons and tons of glitter in it. Purple glitter, blue glitter, all of the glitter. I mean, look at that. So dang pretty. I'm gonna hold on to it. Get ready to hear that phrase even more than you've already been hearing it. All right, this is in the shade Kathleen Lights. It still feels very good. It is this very bright antique gold color, so we're going to hold on to her. We have Paradox. This is another one that I'm probably going to be decluttering. Again, it's not that it's in bad well, it's a little bit drier, but it's not to the point of being unusable or anything. But it's a matte, and I just don't find myself gravitating towards the Super Shock shadows for their matte formulas. It is really nice, it's just not my preference. So I am going to go ahead and declutter that one. We have this shade right here in the shade Tinsel. I actually wore this one recently in a video. I will say that the Super Shock shadows and ColourPop in general, they cycle through shadows a lot. This one is not available any longer, but it is this really beautiful, very shiny, I don't know, deeper lilac, I think would be the best way to describe it. I am going to go ahead and hold on to it. This is in the shade Cosmic Charge. This is also newer to my collection, and it is so dang pretty. I absolutely adore it. There we go. Look at that. That one is available because it is newer. This is in the shade Puppy Love. This is also a limited edition shade. This was from a couple of years ago. They will do the No Kill LA animal shelter. They will do promotions for that. So that's where this one came from. It's just a really beautiful, very iridescent champagne-like color. Really cool. I like it a bunch. This is in the shade Slay. This came completely crunched. It is also no longer available. I think I got these around the holidays a few years ago. It's still really pretty. You just have to be really careful with using it. I did not have great success in kind of smoshing it back in there, but that's what it looks like, and it is really, really pretty. So even though it's super destroyed, I'm still going to hold on to it. This is in the shade Couche. I don't know if this one's available still or not. I feel like it's a very popular shade. That is what she looks like right there. I'm sure you're noticing a theme of what I prefer for my Super Shock shadows. These are just great all over the lid sort of shades, in my opinion. This is in the shade Elixir. Again, this is a matte, so it's probably going to go away just because it's not my preferred format. It's this beautiful orange. It's still in great condition. It's just, I want to give it to somebody while it's still in great condition rather than letting it just continue to dry out. This is in the shade Millionaire. This is also a little bit newer to my collection. It looks like this. Very beautiful. This is newer to my collection. This is from the most recent No Kill LA collab. This is in the shade Puppuccino. Look at that. These Super Shock shadows, ColourPop really has some fantastic formulas. Fantastic. Okay, this is Jinxie. This is actually in my Harry Potter project pan, so obviously holding on to this. It's just a beautiful golden color right there. Oops, not putting that in that pile. This is in the shade Hi Ho. This is from the Disney Princess collection. Definitely holding on to it. It is a beautiful multi-chrome, iridescent, sparkly, gorgeous shade. Absolutely adore it. Holding on to you. Down to 3. This is in the shade Hammered. It is a little bit drier, but still totally workable. Deep kind of brownish olive green. This is another one that I feel like I'm going to hold on to, but I don't know how often I'm going to put it all over my lid. So I'm going to try to get some use out of it and make a better decision from there. But God, this one, it just keeps catching my eye. It's so stinking stunning. All right, and then we have Muse, which is in my year-long A to Z project pan. It is also sticking around. It is this really beautiful rusty red color. And then finally, this is also newer to my collection. This is IRL. This is from their holiday collection this past year. And it is really cool. If you can get your hands on this one, it is fantastic. Look at that. Just so unique and cool. It is a multi-chrome as well. Absolutely adore it. So I did okay. I actually parted with 3 of my Super Shock shadows. I feel like that's progress because I really do enjoy these shadows, and I'm surprised that I actually got rid of any, to be quite honest with you. So here we have it. Everything that I am keeping is on this side. Everything that we're decluttering is on this side. If you were to count my magnetic palettes each as one product, because I don't want to go through and count each individual shadow, I am keeping a total of 51 products and I'm decluttering a total of 13. So I think that went a little bit better than the last one. So I definitely appreciate those of you who have hung out with me during this video as well as any of my others. I hope that you are having an amazing day and I will see you next time. Bye!